all my wonderful brothers and sisters. It's time for a bus stop session. Finally, at long last. As most of you know, I was lost in the darkness for a little bit. But thanks to all your shining lights, you've guided me out. So, I had an idea, so here I am. I feel like it's going to be a little on the upbeat side, which is good because I've been on the downbeat for a little bit. So, we'll take it from there. Anyway, looks like it might rain soon, so I gotta try and make this fast. As usual, please let me know what you think so I know if I should work on it or not. I think I probably will, because if my idea works, it's gonna sound pretty good. Anyway, without further ado, here we go. Pretty interesting. And I think I'm going to do something with it. I love the way these chords sound, especially this one. It's a very pretty chord. And then into that, to a regular D, and then this. I love going right back into that E and coming back to this, which there's really no E in that chord. But it sounds good. One more quick little rock. It's kind of fun to play. I thought it started raining, but it's the sprinklers. I got scared for a moment. Where did I? Oh, there they are. My cancer sticks. I don't seem to be allowed to die, so I'm not worried about cancer. And I don't want to die anyway. Not now. I will admit, for a little while I kind of did, but I'm not going to do it myself. So if it's not natural causes or an accident, I'm not going anywhere. Besides, I don't want to leave you guys. That would be horrible. That would be horrible. But it is beautiful out, so I'll let this camera run until I finish my cigarette. And BS for a while. You know me, I like to do that. And the sprinklers are going, it's kind of cool. Oh, and the clouds are going away, too. Excuse me. I just guzzled down a big glass of, kind of like iced coffee flavor, like a caramel macchiato iced coffee. It kind of made me bloated a little bit. Oh, that tastes so good. When I do smoke, I smoke the Marlboro NXT. They're just really good. You pop the little bead and it's menthol. I buy them, and I always pop the bead because I don't like non-menthol cigarettes unless there's nothing else. But I like these. So anyway, as I was saying, I'm starting to feel much better. It's really kind of funny. I've been feeling like the way I used to feel when I used to hang out with my cousin. So I don't know. Maybe he's here with me now. For a while, I started losing my faith. I wasn't sure if I believed what I believed anymore, but that's coming back too. So you not only shined your lights and guided me out of the darkness, but you're restoring my faith as well, which is a good thing. Still not sure about the whole God and heaven thing, but I am pretty sure that there is something, because energy can't be destroyed, and what's up here in our brains is energy, so all I can do is change form. Hopefully, I'll know it when that happens. And if I don't know it, I guess it really wouldn't matter anyway. But I find it hard to believe that I would just blink into nothingness. Hopefully, if and when that happens, which I seem to have stopped aging in my 40s, so I would imagine I have quite some time left. It's funny when I get cigarettes and they card me and they look at my license and they look at me and they're like, "You're 61." I'm like, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll switch those two numbers around. If I did that, I'll be the same age I was when I saw Led Zeppelin and the first time I saw Pink Floyd. 16. Whew, that was a long time ago. And there's traffic tonight. Go figure. 1 o'clock in the morning. And there's traffic. in the land of cemetery. I live in a cemetery. When I record inside, I'm doing it in my tomb. But I don't know. It's all right. I'm sure you can tell I'm in a much better frame of mind than I have been. I truly think my cousin might be sitting right alongside me. Luckily, if he is, there's no weight, so he's not crushing my guitar because I would cry then. And I did enough crying the past couple of weeks, so which is unusual for me, but I was very upset. Yeah, there was like three people I've known in my life that were so important to me, more important to me than my own life. And I only have one left now because two are gone. First, Preston, my best friend, and then shortly after, my favorite cousin, Martin. I only have my friend Jack left, the one who bought me this 12 string. He bought my bass for me. And he was really nice enough to put money in my PayPal account earlier this week, which was how I was able to buy. I bought a carton of cigarettes. So, but I love Jack dearly. Years ago, we lived together for a few years. So, I never charged him rent or anything like that. I bought him his first and second bass, which was cool. He picked up really quick. When I had my '92 Fender Jazz, he picked it up and just started playing, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It's almost like me. When I first started playing, I was the same way. It was like, what, lessons? Who needs lessons? And I just started playing. And now, I don't know how I do it. Which is, by the way, it was one of the questions. I think it was Empirism who asked me that question. Maybe I'll answer that right. Maybe I'll answer them. I believe it was Empirism who asked me, how I come up with these chord progressions and all these different things. That's a tough question to answer because they come out of nowhere. It's like my hands have minds of their own. My brain I shut off completely, and it just comes out. And normally it comes out sounding correct. Strange sometimes maybe, but still correct. Basically, mostly everything is kind of blues based if you really think about it. Because a lot of the times I do play the 1, the 4, and the 5, just in different ways. I can't explain it because the only theory I know is I have a theory I can play. As far as anything else, I really don't know. But yeah, most of it is blues based, I would say. Some of it's a little different. Like I'll do 1, 4, 5, and I'll throw a 6. It's kind of weird, but it works. Like blues in E, and I'll throw a C in there. There's no C in blues in E, but when I throw it in there, it seems to sound good. So I'm gonna smoke another one because that wasn't enough, and I'm sure it's after 1 in the morning now. And the last couple of nights, I've been going to sleep at like after 5 in the morning, but with good reason. I know I posted it. I think I put it in on YouTube, and I know I put it on Instagram and Facebook. But a few days ago, I started a Bandcamp account, and I just finished putting out my first full album. I did a couple of singles first, and then the very next day I started my album, which is called Mystic Kevs and Friends. It's basically a bunch of collabs. And of course, everybody who played on those got credit. I listed them as, written and performed by, and I put their names in. And there are a couple that was just me and Kev, Mystic Kevs. And I think there was 1 or 2 where there was not even any drums. But anyway, it's called Mystic Kevs and Friends. I think there's 13 tracks on it, which I don't even think is half. I have a lot more to do. So I'm probably going to put out a second album. Maybe I'll call it Mystic Kevs and More Friends. already had a good picture for the album art because from a while back, Kev Kung did it. It's a picture of both of us, and it says Mystic Kevs. So that worked out well. That worked out really well. So that's what the 13-track album is called. And then there's, I put out 2 singles, both of which you heard. Everything pretty much you've heard. I mean, they're on my YouTube channel. But I did it in Bandcamp, and it's working out well. I actually got a couple of followers already. And my friend Jack, like I said, he threw some money in my PayPal account. So I don't have a whole lot left. But I bought Hurricane Moon's latest album, which is really, really good. I really liked it. As a matter of fact, on my page, I listed that album and Wes's name and everything, which is really cool. I was about to light a cigarette that's already lit. I hope they let me. This is after more than 15 minutes. I think that's Instagram that does that, though. I don't think it's YouTube. So it's not a problem. And this is too long for me to put in Instagram anyway. I might put the link. So, but anyway, now I'm with Bandcamp. And I think the URL is kevlinmusic.bandlab.com. Something like that. So, I mean, if anybody wants to, buy some downloads, feel free. Lord knows I can use the money. But it's not a requirement. I think if you have a BandLab, not an artist account, but the other one, like a user account, I think you can stream it for free. So, it's starting to rain now. Yeah, the sprinklers don't hit the top of this. It's definitely starting to rain. So, it's almost time for me to shut up. But anyway, those 13 tracks took me a while to do. It wasn't easy. I had to get the tracks. I had to reformat to a different, I did that FLAC. And then the album art turned out to be too small. I had to download a picture, to enlarge it. So I made it 1400 by 1400, which is what it suggested. And that worked out well, too. So, and it's kind of fun. I'll admit it's kind of fun. The whole Bandcamp thing. So I'll record a lot on BandLab, but I'll be putting it on Bandcamp. So it's pretty cool. I'm kind of liking it. Oh, it's starting to rain hard now. Let me start packing this stuff away before my baby gets wet. I'll be very upset if that happens. Well, if I can dry it off quick enough, I'll be all right. But if it gets soaked, I don't think it'll pay too good if it's all warped and it's starting to come down. So, on that note, no pun intended, I'm going to end this video. So, everybody have a good, whatever time it is by you. All right, let me finish my cigarette. It's starting to slow down, so that's good. I don't want to be like halfway across the parking lot and then have a downpour. This is probably the longest bus stop session I ever did. It's 19 minutes and 15 seconds now. Yeah, it's stopping. Thank you. All right, folks. I'm going to put this out and take my happy rear end inside. It's funny that I talk like that. A New Yorker. Foul language is kind of bred into us. New York and Boston. Oddly enough. Oh, this tastes so good though. Let me get that. And then what I usually do, I put cigarettes and I also What a bag of cough drops, which kind of coats my throat. I really miss doing this. Probably soon enough, I'll be doing it a lot more often again. I mean, maybe not every day because I like to give things time before I do another one. So, I don't want to litter. Cigarette butts I seem to flick, but like pieces of paper and stuff like that, nah. There's been some people hanging out at this bus stop because I throw garbage away all the time. Anyway, folks, have a good one, and just know I love it. Every single one of you. All of you. There is not anybody that I don't love. I mean, there are people I'm sure I don't know that I may not like, but I still love them. We're brothers and sisters of the same species. We all came out of that same Pontagu in Pangea. So to me, that makes us all related. All right, folks. With that, I will say goodbye for now. And you'll see me again probably within the next couple of days. Especially if I keep feeling like this. If it is my cousin next to me, Mark, welcome. I was sorry to see you go, but I'm glad you're making me still feel good like you did when you were alive. All right. More traffic. That was a fire truck. Thank God they didn't have the sirens going. I'm seeing notifications coming in. When you see me look like that, it's because the notification popped up. All right, folks. You all have a good one. And until the next bus stop session, have a good one.